good day today. I'm in Wentzville, Missouri with two very close friends of mine, Mr. Chris Garland and Mike Rhodes, and it's 5 hours for me to get down here today, and I know Chris came right at 5 hours as well, having a kind of a meeting of the minds, and we've got some amazing stuff that has panned out based on the three of us getting in one place at one time, and I hope that this is not the first time that this happens. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Chris and let you take the floor, my friend.
I'd like to say the public apology upon World Hockey Union and my business, Executive Martial Arts, Nashville, Tennessee headquarters, for the animosity and all the high tension between me and Michael Rhodes. First of all, he is an operator. He's a ranger, airborne ranger, and legit. We were put against each other by a person we're not going to say much at all about their name, but I will say that pitting us against each other to do something to each other to cause more problems in the Hapkido community, and it's got to stop. He's the successor of Jin Jiguan, hand-trained by Grandmaster Myung Kim Hwanjan, trained in Korea. He's outstanding, strong leader in the community, pillar in the community here in Missouri. I apologize to his son, gave him a few gifts. And I have to say that with my anger and being upset like I was, I'm not going to make excuses for what I did, but let that be an example. You don't, or you never completely trust the people that are working in your organization 100%. Because when you do, and you believe 100%, you get caught without verifying everything. True and verifiable.
So first, I want to thank both these gentlemen for driving over 5 hours to come here to be able to make this meeting a possibility, to make this opportunity a reality. And then I hope this message finds the Hapkido community specifically in a manner that a lesson to be learned, that nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes, but Christian men can come together and talk through difficulties, and as Chris has said, trust but verify. And I'm just really grateful, and I'm blessed to be able to have this opportunity to work through these things. I've known Chris for over 20 years. I've known him through, he absolutely was the first Jin Jiguan person, master here in the United States. I've never denied that. Some other folks would like to say that I said otherwise. That's not true. As a token of my sincere appreciation and honor, and in honoring him, I actually presented him the Jin Jiguan flag in my office that I've had over 20 years, as to be recognizing that he was the first Jin Jiguan master. And he's extremely talented, one of the best in the Hapkido community worldwide. I don't dispute that. And I believe actions speak louder than words. And by him coming here and apologizing like a man, like a warrior, that means everything to me. And I've known him for, like I said, 20 years. I know his background. I know his military commitment when he served in the United States Army. I also know as he served as a private contractor doing contract work, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But I've never doubted that. I've never questioned that. It's unfortunate that when folks knew that we had some history, that they capitalized on that and they amplified that and used us to work against each other. And as Christians, we were able to come back together, and as men, and hopefully received well in the Hapkido community as not perfect men, but men that value our Hapkido families, and that we truly want to lead to the best of our abilities and set the example for other people to follow. So by doing that, we've chosen to make this video to say we're not perfect. Never said we were. Never said we're the best in the world. but we sure want to contribute to this passion that we love so dearly, Hapkido. And we want to do our personal best to unite people all over the world. And people work together and grow together and learn together. And again, I want to thank Will here for really kind of being a go-between between Chris and I, like recognizing there were some inconsistencies and recognizing that, well, wait a minute, I think there's more to this, and really have an opportunity to start with a video call and start placing some things together. And then it was Chris's idea, actually saying, you know what, hey, I'll do better than that. I'll come see you, and we'll make a video. We'll let the world know that this is inaccurate. What has been done is a terrible wrong.
Travesty.
It's absolutely, and it should never be done. And the person who's behind this should be shamed. They should absolutely be shamed. There's been some unforeseen consequences throughout the years of people doing these type of acts. And, I've apologized to Chris for some things that happened in the past 20 years ago. And I've offered my heart as a brother, as a Christian, as a Hapkidoan, and as an old school Jinjuan member that, we're good from here forward. We're going to grow together. We're going to do some things in the future together. It's going to be just amazing. And I really hope to people that's seeing this that you have an opportunity to come to our events and feed off our energy and our passion, and let us start one-upping each other on the floor and pushing each other so that you guys are the benefactors. We're going to have some amazing times, and I very much look forward to them. And I thank these gentlemen more than anything for coming to our school here in Wentzville and making this happen. This is leadership right here. That's what leaders do. They fix things.
It's true. It's true, because Mr. William had been calling me and say, hey, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I said, we need to get our phones together, our computers together, get our verifiable information together, and start putting things together. And we did. And we found exactly who the culprit was. Serious damage. We're talking about devastating. And
Could have been. Because I think what we have here right now, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Mm-hmm.
What we have right here now is what the harmony behind the art is about. This is a pivotal moment for positive things to come.
Exactly.
So we can take all this negativity and put it behind us, and this is the start of something beautiful. That's what I feel.
Because if we don't fix our shortcomings,
Absolutely.
and we can't admit when we're wrong, and we can't, like I admit myself, I'm wrong in front of Mr. Rhodes' son, then what example are we making in the community? And if you can't correct your mistakes, and you can't apologize and say you're wrong when you know you're wrong, and you still do wrong, what does that say about yourself? And what does that say when people see you and it's plainly out there in the plain view, what you're doing?
I think from some just old school guys, I think for me, the takeaway is the power of social media. Not just what you see on social media, these groups and so forth and so on, but sometimes when you have people that have less integrity and less character and less honor about themselves, the things they can do behind a keyboard. And I'm sure everybody's aware of several situations, maybe this has happened, or you've seen or observed on your own, but this is definitely a learning moment for us that from this point forward, we have 100% transparency. We have 100% total communication, trust within each other, and 100% support. Absolutely. So that will never happen again. The people watching, and you know who you are, you made a terrible mistake.
Because the LEO community's looking, they've been involved. The other agencies been involved throughout all different organizations, pulling information all together, and it's helped tie things together to figure out what is really going on. And between me and this man here, it's just not right. What was pitted, making us do this in front of each other, in front of the Hapkido community. So if we can stop this, and he can facilitate this, what do you think you should do? Other organizations that have turmoil.
Infighting. Absolutely.
So I think for me, I've never been one really to get involved in politics much outside of my political career here for a while. But in the Hapkido community, all of us are truly blessed. We have amazing friendships all over the world. We have students all over the world, And this is an opportunity to put Hapkido standards at a higher level and higher expectations. And it's not just us. We have to lead by example, but we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And hopefully by doing so, we can set that example so that other people will want to be a part of organizations and grow together and support. So for me, if I have done or said something that has hurt someone, I sincerely apologize. I apologize to Chris for things that's happened 20 years ago. If I could go back in time and do some things differently, I absolutely would. I've grown as an individual, I've learned and matured, and as an older person, I see things a little differently. And there's no excuse for my behavior as well, and I own everything. But I'm proud, and I've told Chris how incredibly proud I am of him and his accomplishments with the World Hapkido Union. Samrang Do, he's the only person in the entire world that has been given an opportunity to make something that there's no competition. Nobody else could ever do it.
A new legacy.
Absolutely, and I want to support him, and I want to do that. And I know Will said to do the same thing. Anything that I can do, all my assets, all my resources, anything that I can do to help push and promote him as an individual, as a brother, and as a martial artist, a Hapkido, and a world leader, I'm going to do it.
And then something else for me to say too is he's a successor of JJK from the founder. I was hand trained by the founder. Jinjuan is Jinjuan, and without a doubt, it's undisputed. It's right here.
Well, I'd like to say I appreciate you guys taking the time today. We've been here about 3 hours at this point. I know I drove 5 hours down, and I know you had about a 5-hour drive, and I got to turn around and drive 5 hours back home. But I'd do this again in a heartbeat if I needed to. So thanks, guys. Thanks, Chris.